I'm kind of nervous about this, you know? You're like recording a video with everybody. It's kind of different, man. Kind of different. Okay, are we all set here? I think we are. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me today in the Hunter Call the Wild. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are starting our new beginner series where we hit the new game button, start from scratch, and level right through to level 60 with all of you along the way. We're going to give out our best tips and tricks, but before we do so, do me a solid, my friends. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button, tag the little bell beside it. Do it with two hands if you gotta. And don't forget to come and join us over at twitch.tv/JaxyBeard. That is where we are recording this right now live with all of our friends in chat. You want to get involved? Come and join us, my friends. And of course, the Discord. The links are in the description, and hope to see you all there. So let's get right into this, shall we? Let's do it, baby. Here we go, my friends. Oh my goodness. The time is upon us. Wow, oh wow. So what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to start with what I believe to be the best map in the Hunter Call of the Wild. If you're just getting started in this game or you're doing a restart, it would be Layton Lakes. Layton Lakes is loaded, and it's kind of my backyard. It's where I hunt. And if you haven't seen it, guys, we did a podcast recently over on Twitch where we showed it off, and we show it off all the time in our Discord. Wait, did that just do? I did it wrong. I did the wrong things. Now, once you're done with your tutorial, head up to your first lookout tower. This is going to show you everything within the radius that you can go and unlock, such as the monuments, which do give XP, hunting stands, which take money, but also give XP. And more importantly, it shows you where the outposts on the map are. Your outposts are your save points, so it's very important that you get these so that you can return to these areas with a fast travel. We're going to work all the way up through Beaumont, grabbing the outposts along the way, ending up somewhere in the northern end there. There's lots of deer, there's lots of moose. We're going to focus mainly on the deer, shooting within reason of our current ammo, which is our soft points on our 243. No point shooting a moose, it's just not going to happen. But that's our final location, so we'll start moving along and see what we can find on the way. Now here we are at our first outpost. As I mentioned earlier, outposts are extremely important. They should be your targets early game. You'll notice I get a little bit of XP as we unlock this. Now this is your save point, so when you start a game, you will always start at your closest outpost of where you left off. Within the outpost itself, you can go to that bed and change your times. All of your gear is located in this particular locker. You have your store, your storage. This is how you move everything around. Now, as I mentioned earlier with the ammo, you have to unlock all these guns, but it's not the guns per animal, it's the ammo. That's what the animals are rated for. We have a spreadsheet within our Discord. I highly recommend you come check it out. It is called the Hunter's Toolkit. It's very handy, it's condensed, it's got all the information you need to know. But as you can see, all of these require weapon score. You get that weapon score by killing the animals and successfully harvesting them. If you do not harvest the animal, you will not get that weapon score, nor will you get the XP or the money, which is ultimately really what you need early on, because as you can see, there's lots of goodies you need to find. So we're gonna start and shoot for the Hyperion. It's gonna be one of the first things we unlock. Right now we have the starting 243 weapon with the starting scope. Oh my goodness, man. I forgot how hard this weapon was when you first get it in your grabby little paws. Now I know some of you are gonna point out, Beard, your audio is not lining up with your webcam. If you really want to get involved, guys, you got to come and join us at twitch.tv/JaxyBeard. It's where all the fun happens. There's a lot of hype in these streams. And if you don't want to miss any of the tips and tricks, come join us while we record these live. However, I am doing a lot of voiceovers just to ensure that I don't miss anything for you guys, and we'll cut back and forth. Now, as you saw, we had some whitetail lurking up ahead here. Perfect game for the 243. So we're going to take our time and move in. Now, the one thing you have to be aware of is your wind and your sound and your visibility. I know, it sounds like a lot, but honestly, it becomes muscle memory, and it'll just come that much easier as you play. Now, moving forward, I know that I am far enough away from the animals that they cannot hear me. Keeping outside of that 200-meter mark, I can make a fair amount of noise on foot. But as I get closer, I've got to be aware of how much sound I'm making. Different animals will react differently. Some can see better, some can hear better. And a lot of that just comes with getting to know the game. but we will continue to toss these tips out so that you can pick up on them. And if I happen to miss anything, hopefully the gameplay itself, which we are going to show a lot more of than we do in one of our regular guides, will give you a little bit of the inside skinny, so to speak. My goal is really to help out the new beginners with this series, and in fact also to help the veterans that decide to do a restart, because it's a whole lot of fun, but also, you know, maybe something that you might have known and forgotten, because there's certainly a lot of info in this game. Oh well, there's a couple. Now I'm not fussed what we're taking. We're gonna try and we're gonna pop this guy. Maybe we'll have time to pop her. I don't know how we're gonna do here. We're gonna try and reach lung. Come on, 243, don't let me down, old girl. I will say, being a level 60 player for so long, I've taken certain skills and perks for granted, and I felt it just right there. I went to try and take another shot, and I didn't have the skill that gives us the quick reload. The reload while you're looking down the sight. Some of these are absolute necessity. We will cover the skills and perks that I believe you should take and what order you should take them. But we successfully made that shot. Took it a little bit to go down. We are using the soft points, and we didn't have time to follow up on the other one. One thing you need to understand on Hunter Call of the Wild is animal behavior. Animals will move back in once they are spooked. However, be aware they don't move back to the same locations all the time at those need zones. Now, this is what's happened here. We're gonna line up, take a shot on him. Taking our time. We need the right placement. As with these front-on shots, if you don't have the right placement, you're not gonna get heart or lung. The problem being is the soft points don't have a lot of penetration. So angle and whether it's quartered, straight on, broadside, you know, half quarters, it all makes a big difference. So take your time. Now, once you've shot that animal, you need to track it. We'll get into tracking very, very soon, but it's pretty straightforward. Look for the blood on the ground, the lung butter, if you will, and that track will highlight, which you can change the colors of your tracks in your settings. We'll go over that as well later. But once you get up on the animal, I want to show you here the basics of the harvest screen, how we score, and where you go from there. So this is the screen that you will have in front of you when you harvest an animal. It will tell you the gender, it will tell you the weight, and there are max weights to animals, so this is very pertinent information. The fur type, if you have an uncommon or a rare. Tracking distance, it's just more, I guess, for bragging rights. Difficulty, this will show you the level of the animal. In some animals, like the whitetail, they only go to level 3. So that will indicate if you are looking to get a diamond or a gold or possibly a silver or bronze. We'll talk about that later. And then finally, the trophy type. Now, you do not want to shoot an animal in its trophy or it just isn't going to score as it could. Let's take a look at this harvest screen. First, you have your trophy rating. Extremely important. You'll see all the minimums per animal on what you need to reach those medals below. But it all comes down to this harvest check. Proper ammo for the animal, making sure the animal has not been shot more than 2 times, intact trophy organs, and probably the most important, making sure you've hit a vital. Now, later in the series, I will cover shot placement a little more in depth, but for now, go for the broadside of the barn, if you will. That broadside shot for the lung. If you have a big enough rifle, you're probably gonna get the double lungs, but aim a little lower as I've done here. Try to get that heart. Heart shots are the fail-safes at any given time when lining up on an animal. So by taking that shot on the lungs, going for the heart, if I miss heart, I'm still hitting lungs. You can take the front-on shot, but as you can see, there's a lot more meat to get through, so be sure you're using the right rifle with the right ammo to do the job. Now that's a lot of information to get you started. Play along, let's go for a hunt. Now we're just gonna throw a little bit of tunes on, take out some deer. Yes, sir. Hello? Hello? Hold on. Let me just claim this. I'll hold that thought. Okay. Claim every point you possibly can. Go to every unlockable zone. Get that free XP as you walk by it. It all adds up. Missions, if you enjoy missions, are a great way to get XP early. They help you explore the map and uncover areas, as well as give you good XP and money along the way. Much like in real life, money makes the world go round. You want the new gear, you've got to earn it. Fortunately, when you earn money, you earn XP. The two go hand in hand. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. We're leaving a trail behind us. You know, we've had some good kills. We're making money. Let's go in now and take a look at our first skill point. So this is a tough one. Really, a lot of it at the end game is preference. What you want to end up on. Maybe you want disturbed veg. There are two trees, stalker and ambusher. I'm personally not a fan of anything that the ambusher tree offers in tier 4. I recently on my main account have not been using disturbed vegetation. I've opted myself to go with the coos deer, and we'll talk more about that as we go, but most importantly, the pack mule. The pack mule, although it only gives you a 15% increase, in a lot of cases, that's enough to fit that extra weapon or those collars and scents in there. It makes a very, very big difference in your gameplay. Early game, most importantly, we want our spotting knowledge and we want our tracking knowledge. Okay, with that in hand, it's really going to greatly increase our chances at not just killing, but discerning what we want to kill as we work our herd management to down the line produce more diamonds. So if we take right now the spotting knowledge, this is going to give us the information when we've shot the animal, if it's going down or not. So to get to that, we've got to go through the scents first. You can always start here. This will help with your tracking and get yourself into the track knowledge. Track knowledge is great. It gives you the trophy rating when fully done up. It tells you all kinds of information, if it's a male or a female, which you can generally tell by looking at them, unless they're small. And if it's small, you know, do you really want to shoot it in the first place? So I am going to start on here. I'm going to try and get into the spotting knowledge first. I really want to get to my sight spotting so I can look down the sight on my rifle or my weapon and spot the animal. Huge, huge advantage. As you've noticed right now, I'm having to change between my binos to spot the animal. Keeping that highlight on the animal makes it easier to hit when it's in the bush. So we're going to take Scent Tinkerer in the beginning. This really does help with your scent lures. The first one's going to give us the number of uses per caster, very useful. The duration of all the scents, the range. You guys can check it out and read it. And again, any questions, jump into Discord and we'll certainly sort you out. But we're going to take that whitetail right there. So I've just spotted that, and we can see it's 166 meters out. Perfect shot with the 243. We're going to line her up. Look at the bear. The bear's watching. He wants to see. Can he make the shot? Oh, yeah, he made the shot. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, see ya. Now, remember, my friends, we talked about need zones. We've only loosely touched on them. I do have a video for you to go check out if you haven't done so. Have you done so? And I would highly recommend it. It explains the need and the uses and how to use the need zones, how to protect them, how to stack them. Need zones are everything in this game. It is the respawn mechanic. And without them, your maps will be barren, absolutely barren. So protect them. How do we protect them? Don't kill too many animals in one location. And that has never been more important than when you're first starting the game. Because right now, a lot of our regulars here will notice that, like, this is nothing compared to my map. We would have seen hundreds of animals by now, and that's just from working the maps so hard for so long. We could not break him, though. We couldn't break him, no matter what we tried. He had determination in his eye. Soon a bullet in his lung. Let's see what we can do with this. Dead. support, my friend. You're a scholar and a legend. You guys, holy man. Fantastic, man. That is fantastic. We'll take your silverness, 708 boats, 170 XP. Climbing that ladder. Okay, what we should do is apply our perk before we shoot anything else. Now, this is the all-important one right here, my friends. Gotta get to this zeroing as quick as possible. We have no choice but to take the muscle memory, but the muscle memory's good. There you go, man. Unlocks the ability to ready your next shot without leaving aim mode. So all the issues I've had, like, I gotta drop my aim and then I'll reload. Yeah, no, so this solves that. So beautiful, baby. Take it. Take it. Now, both of these are great. Okay, steady hands, huge. Breath control, massive. So we're gonna go bang, 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 bang. That's gonna be our perk distribution. Then there's some and all of these that we need actually, except for archery. We don't need any for our guns, but we do need some for archery, and I do love the archery, so we will get to that as well. That's going to be it for today's episode, my friends. Number one in a series of many, more to come very soon. I hope you have found this valuable. I've tried to impart a lot of the tips and tricks that we've picked up along the way for you, the first-time players, and maybe some of our vets who are just getting going on a restart. Thank you all so very much. Don't forget to hit that like button, tag the little subscribe, hit the bell beside it. Do it with two hands if you gotta. Don't forget to come and join the Discord. There is a link in the description down below. And once again, if you haven't done so, we record this live at twitch.tv/JaxyBeard. Always something fun going on over there. It's where we are primarily streaming these days, so come and say hi. Let's get involved. Yes, sir.